Has anybody told you today that they love you? I hope so. And if they haven't, what the heck? I love you. And happy Valentine's Day. Certainly we're going to be talking about Valentine's today. Heartfelt, all heartfelt stuff. From a feng shui point of view, from an energy point of view, which of course feng shui is, but really from an esoteric, super mystical point of view. So I do hope you are tuned in and will know enough to call a little bit later on as I get into the spaces where your love corners are and how we can fluff them up and help them. But in the meantime, today I brought with me to open the show a book that I wrote quite a few years ago, but it's never going out of style because it is The Laws of the Universe. And this is one of those books that the more you own it into every cell of your body, it owns you. And the object is open it somewhere. And so I just decided right this moment as the introduction was playing, I'm going to open my own stuff and see what is the law for you and me today. And the law is, I am harmony. You are a glorious living symphony. All of the notes and chords of this magnificent orchestration called you must be played in balanced rhythm and resonate to the base note of your being. And that base note is light. Discover your own special keynote and allow it free, full expression. Play your tune to perfection. Become a maestro in the symphony of the spheres. And that is a lovely one that I opened to on this Valentine's Day. You do have to discover your own special keynote. You are the keynote speaker of your life. Don't try to be the keynote speaker of anybody else's life. First of all, you're not in your shoes. You're not of that frequency. Of the many billions of people on the planet, no two people have the same unique keynote. And that note is wanting free expression, full expression. Some people think they are not free. Well, it's because of their thinking. Underneath it all, whether you know it or not, and whether it even sounds like an insult to people who are in captivity or behind bars or in very dire circumstances, the essence of them is pure awareness. And that is free. It is unbounded, unrestricted. It is all everything. So today I'm going to ask you, play your tune to perfection. Don't be playing my tune. Don't make adjustments to me, and I won't be making adjustments to you. We're each that special. And in playing your tune, become the maestro in the symphony of the spheres. In other words, as you do you, your largeness corresponds with the largeness of universal essence. So that's from my book called Spiritual Law. I mean, look I jazzed it up a lot. The beginning was what was written, but when I read these laws for someone, and I'd like to maybe begin to read them every week, and you could read along with me. Go to my website, www.higherconsciousness.com, and it's called A Handbook to Higher Truth, Spiritual Law. It's such a simple, wonderfully elegant book in its simplicity. I'm going to open to another one. Take a deep breath. because there's no page numbers, so I can't have anybody call in and say, open to page 62. But I'm going to try to open to another page. Manifestation. I am manifestation. And the law is, demonstrate your genius. See, feel, and know your passion waiting to burst forth. Breathe life into matter. Allow your ideas to take shape. Give love expression. What is within you deserves to be born. Be precise. Results are directly proportional to the degree of focus and determination rendered. Practice makes perfect. So, we're going to go back to that one line here. Give love expression. Well, since today is Valentine's Day, it's a wonderful day for us to talk about love. I'm a contemplator, so of course I've been contemplating Valentine's Day this morning, along with the show, and even yesterday as I was sending out emails, which I hope you all got, and hope you all figured out that there's a little glitch in, the first 100 people have a glitch in how to listen. It's listen.talknetworkradio.com. But that was after a very frustrating day, and I felt by the end of it, you're big kids, you can figure it out. But at any rate, as I was contemplating, I thought, wait a second, seems to me, if somewhere in my memory bank, if I remember, Valentine's Day was not exactly a tremendous celebration of light. So perhaps our job is to turn this thing around, and so that it does become a celebration of love and light. Love and light are almost synonymous, yet they are different frequencies. So today, yes, you celebrate Valentine's Day. But in my contemplation, I began to get a little edgy with the whole thing, and a little like a caged animal, because what's happened here that every day isn't Valentine's Day? That every day isn't the day that I get up and say to myself, good morning and thank you and I love you. And then to anyone who's surrounding me, whether it be the space of what I'm looking out on in the environment, or an animal in the house, or a child, or a spouse, or a friend. Where have we lost the valentining of the day-to-day reality? Because actually it's the only thing that's important. When I started contemplating, I wonder how many people are just putting all their ducks in today, as far as this is the only day I get to say I love you. It's the only day you can hope for a flower. Although one gal texted me last night. She retexted me something her husband had texted her. I don't know if she was upset by it, but I was ready to go punch the husband. And they've been married, please, a long, long time. So this is not like a new love, just budding, a long-time relationship. And he texts her some nonsense. Well, if you're nice. Like, really? That's not even how the expression goes. It's if you're good. So what are we looking for from one another? What does nice even mean? Hate it when somebody says I'm nice. I'm not nice. I'm not sweet. I'm not nice. And I'm not a dear. Ooh. So these are some things that you got to take a look at on a Valentine's Day, because it triggers all sorts of reactions and emotions in each one of us. So as I got on with my morning and contemplating, and I wasn't really feeling all the love today. There was too much going on this morning. So I thought I better look at all of the kinds of things that I would look at, almost like a weatherman would look at different indicators to see where is the energy and what's it doing and how come I'm not really feeling all fluffy and happy that it's a day of love. And sure enough, some of you know we've gone to a reference work by a Chinese master astrologer and feng shui expert, and he is one of my teachers, Master Larry Sang. And every year, Larry puts out this very, very lovingly remedial book so that even beginners can understand it. And you just open to February and you look down and you see February 14th. Well, he calls it Don't Do Important Things on Today. Well, I saw the humor of that years ago, and as I began teaching it and my gang got comfortable and familiar with my idioms and idiosyncrasies, I simply term it, it's a don't do day. I cut it right off at that. Forget don't do important things. It's a don't do day. And I thought, well, I'm not going to take just what Larry's got to say about it. So then I explored a little deeper and I went into a very profound piece of material that's really based in Taoism. And Taoism is the path. It sort of supersedes any religion. So for those of you who think you're one religion or another, it kind of supersedes it. But at any rate, even in Taoism, it was like, complete bad for this, shut down this. I'm thinking, and people are going to be celebrating tonight. Well, that ought to be interesting. So there's reasons if you're not feeling all Valentine fluffed out, there just could be that the energy field is a little bit low today. You might want to postpone Valentine's Day until tomorrow. Whatever you need to do, have a good time with it. But because of the flying stars that we've spoken of a couple of times, you do want to be careful of anger and really misusing your voice today. I'm going to caution you against that. It's not the day to do that, even if the energy is low. It would be more a case of go get a good sleep, have something light to eat and call it a day. But at any rate, here we are together celebrating love, and I'm going to get to all that love stuff in a second. But first you need to know who I am. This is Elaine Bartlett, and I have just been involved in cosmic information probably all my life, but most specifically since the early 70s, and learning and mastering one esoteric topic after another, always with the eye to, is this the piece of the puzzle that will bring you a little bit greater clarity and understanding? That was my whole goal. That's kind of why I showed up in life, just to bring myself and my other self, known as you, greater clarity, greater understanding. That's it. There's nothing to get. There's nothing to seek. It's just a dropping of every thought and everything you've ever known. Drop all your concepts. And then there it is, shining clear, shining bright. And what is it? It is you, truthfully known as the Shining One. The essence of you can just now break through all the clouds of your concepts and your ideology and your belief system. None of it, none of what you have been trained is truthful. It's all false. And you can reach me today. You can reach me here at 321-806-3159. You can easily email me at purpleportal777@gmail.com. And if you feel like talking today, we can talk. And if you feel like not talking today, we won't talk. So there we have it. So I do want to share with you some thoughts about, where was I going with this?